What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and I am trying something different. I'm actually going to talk to you as I talk to the game. I've not done this before. It's a different setup, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to see how it works. It may work great, or it may suck really bad, and you can be like, please don't do that again. That was offensive to the eyes. So what are we here playing? Yep, we're playing Aventuria. Into the Black Boar. We are continuing through the story. We are now in the third of 4 parts. And so, yeah, we're going to continue off. We're going to do, for the next 2 parts, I'm going to do the dungeon exploration. Then I'm going to do the fight. So they are going to be longer videos, but I think it does 2 things. Number one, it's easier for me to do it back to back so I don't forget. I have to stop part of the way through. And it's better continuity, so you kind of get like the background, and then you immediately see, based on something that may have happened in that dungeon part, what happens in the fight as a result of that. So, having said that, we're going to go to the table, and we're going to play. So what I've done, you can see over here, right to the right, I've taken this and just get this over. I know that's like not really easy to see, but trust me, it's there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you the story, and then we'll make any checks we need to make. And I have the cards close by. You don't see them in here, but it's okay. So the story. If you have allied dwarves and cave bolts in your company, they are so exhausted by the previous fight that they will only trot behind you with the last of their strength and won't be much of help in future combats. Fortunately, any hostile mind slaves are also too exhausted to follow you around. Discard the cards, enslaved dwarves, and enslaved cave bolt. Alright, so we've done that. You're now in a natural cave system that exists separate from the mine. You've picked up rumors that there is an exit here somewhere that is not guarded by the Griefax mercenaries. You hope to find this exit and avoid a direct confrontation with these bloodthirsty warriors. You enter a large stalactite cave where the ground is covered with a multicolored mushroom forest. Some of these mushrooms may have a healing effect, while others are certainly deadly. So, both of our characters, make survival rolls. The red die will be the cards out so I can make sure I remember their stats. Survival is 12. Okay, so his is actually, so let me put this, I'm going to put this in the dice tray. So this card that you see gives us +3 to the holder of the Flute of Animal Soothing, which is a treasure we got way back when. Gives that person +3, that hero +3, and everybody else in the party +1 their survival. So, Hagen is not the holder. He's got a 12, so he really has a 13. And Nerex has also he has a 8, so he's got an 11. So I've got an 11 for Nerex, a 13 for Hagen. So we're looking for under 11, under 13. I'm looking over here at the dice tray. We're going to move this over. And here we go. Come on, come on. Oh, did I move that? Oops, my bad. Okay, so they both fail. Yeah, they both failed. Man, that sucks. And actually, because I didn't use a torch, not only is that a fail, that is a critical fail. Oops. So each hero loses 2. So we're going to take our combat wheel and move them each down to 2. So they were full. Now they're both at 38. 2 points, not too bad. We'll see what happens when we pull the cards. Yeah. Wow, that sucks. All right, so We're going to do another dungeon exploration. We're going to use the level 3 dungeons. So give me 1 second to get that set up. We'll go to the table and we'll see what happens. It is ready. The dungeon is set. Have the level 3 dungeon set here. And yeah, so we're going to start pulling and seeing what we get. I have our heroes set out here. Yeah, let's see what happens. So we're going to start with the top. Start with the top card. I guess here's our tools that we have at our disposal. Okay. We have this equipment, and we have 4. I've had to move this a couple times, so hopefully I haven't lost these or lost too many of these. We have 4 tools and 3 torches. Okay. So let's draw the first card. It's a challenge. The way is blocked. Oops, sorry. The way is blocked by a hastily erected wooden barricade. Each hero makes a craft roll. Critical success. At success, in addition, a hero may choose and may change a failure. You take down the barricade. If you fail, you lose 2. If you critically fail, you lose 1d6. So we use one of these, might as well. And let's make a craft roll, and it's each hero. So crafting for Nerax is a 10. Hagen is an 8. Remember, Nerax, Hagen. So let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move this up here. Disregard that in the corner. As a matter of fact, why don't I just turn that off in the corner for now? There we go. Alright. Here we go. What do we get? We got a 4 and a 10. Is that both of them? Hagen, dang it. Alright, well, we got a success. Remove the barricade, but Hagen, in the process, took 2 damage because that's a failure. You cut your hand on the barricade's rusty nail. Lose 2. Alright, so that is completed. Next card. Decision. In the Wow, I can't read. In the muck of a stinking cesspit, you can make out a number of auspicious chests. I think you could potentially get some loot cards. Critical success, draw 2 loot cards. Choose 1 and shuffle the other back into the draw pile. Success, draw 1. Failure, your equipment gets soiled. Draw 1 less card at the beginning of the next combat. For loot, it may be worth it. So let's go ahead and use that. Body control, a 10 for Nerax, and a 14 for Hagen. So Hagen's doing the most, and there's no modifiers that I can tell. So here we go. All right. Wow, they both failed. It's a 10. This one's 11 and a 18, and should have been a 14. So they both fail. So we have to remember we're going to draw 1 less equipment card at the beginning of the next combat. Well, that just sucks. Red chest. A chest made from red painted wood with a complicated looking lock. 1 hero makes a craft roll. Success. In addition, no, that's not going to do any good. This critical success is success, and we get a fate point. But remember, we have 1 here, 2 there, so we don't have extra fate points. Success, each hero may draw 2 loot cards and select 1 to keep. So it's kind of similar to what we just did, except it's a craft roll. Okay. So, this back right. This is a decision card, and as much as I would like to use it, I think I'm going to wait for 2 reasons. Number 1, it would require a craft, a tool which we don't really have a lot of, and Excuse me. We have that torch we would have to use, and we don't have a lot of the torches either. So decisions are the one card that we can actually, I would say, ignore, right? We could choose, well, we do kind of ignore it. We can set it to the side, make that decision later, because maybe we don't have a token or something. Maybe, you know, our life's too low and we're like, it may not be worth it. We can do that later. But if we draw the alarm card, then anything that we have set to the side, we do not get to finish. So it's kind of a gamble in that we may not be able to get back to it, but I don't know. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So we're going to draw another one here. That's another decision card. It's a blue chest. So basically the difference here is we discard one to repeat the roll. Yeah. Again, the token is an issue, so I'm skipping that. Challenge. You enter a steep, natural cave passage that has been transformed by a trickle of water into a mossy slide. Each hero makes a perception roll. You may not use the torches for this roll. Okay. So what that means is we both have to do perception. If we fail, normally before we roll, we could say we're going to spend one of these tokens and say if we get a fail, it's just a regular fail as opposed to a critical fail. But this card is saying we don't get that choice, and it's perception. So what do we got? Perception. We got a 10 on Nirax, purple. Hagen's perception is also a 10. So let's hope we don't botch this. Please tell me that's a 1. Yes. Okay, so we have a success and a critical success. You see it right there. Nice. Okay. Critical success. You slide down safely. So Hagen's good. Success, you stumble and lose 1 health. So Nirax loses a health, but that could have been a D6 with a critical fail. So this is good. All right, another challenge. Body control. Suddenly, part of the ceiling collapses on top of you. You have to jump out of the way fast, or you'll be loot for the next group of adventurers. Oh my gosh. It's body control. Each hero makes a body control roll as success for critical success. As success, in addition, you may take 1 fate point. None. Success, we're safe. Failure, we lose a D6. Critical failure, we lose a D6 plus 2. And this is a challenge, so we can't not do it. So, body control. We got a 10 and 14 again. Do we want to burn a torch? Because we have not gotten, found stuff. And I really want to save some things for the last dungeon check, which is 4. So let's risk it. No, yeah, nobody, no, I was going to say no body control. We're both rolling body control. No torches. We got Nirax in the purple with a 10 and Hagen with a 14. Okay, so Hagen is a success. Negan is not a success. And because we didn't use a torch, he takes a D6 plus 2. Oh, man. Now, I think I could use a fate point, but I kind of want to save that for the actual fight, so let's just hope this is a low roll. That's not what I meant by low. 1, 2, 3 plus 2. 5. Jeez. Okay, well, it is what it is, right? And it is getting a little bit dicey. Challenge. Door with a complicated lock. Blocks your way. One hero makes a knowledge roll. Critical success. We could potentially have to discard an additional torch. This is a challenge. Oh crap, it's a challenge, not a decision. Okay, we got to do it. Knowledge and 8. No, they both have 8. So, yeah. Okay, well, critical success is failure, but the door is not open yet, and the roll must be repeated. I feel like we're going to risk it again. So, we do knowledge. Knowledge is an 8. I can't believe knowledge is not higher. Oh, I guess the willpower is higher for Neurax. Okay, knowledge 8. We're not going to use, because if we fail this, we have to do it again anyway. And we'll lose. Yeah. Hope it's below an 8. Oh, no. Okay. So that's failure. We didn't use the things that's a critical failure. So as failure, but the door is not open yet, and the roll must be repeated. So what does that mean? I mean, this sucks is what that means. Okay, failure. Valuable time passes before you manage to open the door. Discard 1 of these if available. There's obviously 1. In addition, each hero must discard 1 fate point or lose a d6. Well, they're both going to lose a fate point because I don't want to take any damage. And the roll must be repeated. This is evil, guys. Whoever made this card, I hope you don't sleep well at night. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna use 1 and hope we pass. That way, if we fail, we lose the other one, but the door will be open. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is a failure, but we did use a torch, which means it's not a critical failure. So failure is valuable time passes, and before you manage to open the door, discard 1 if available. In addition, each hero must discard 1 fate or lose a d6. Well, Neurax can discard a fate. Hagen cannot. So he's going to take a d6. Roll 1. Yes, oh my gosh. Why could he not roll that earlier? So he's down to 35. Okay. Next. The secret door challenge. Alternatively, you may discard 2 to dig straight through the wall. If you're not... Okay. Path ends to a solid wall, and you know that there's something wrong with it. In other words, there must be a secret door. Alternative. Okay. If the heroes want to search until they find the door, they must discard 3 torches. Well, that ain't even an option. Alternatively, they may discard 2 tools to dig straight through the wall. If you do not have enough for either option, each hero must instead remove the top 2 cards of their hero deck from the game. Oh my gosh! Okay, well, we do have 2 of these. They're going away. I hope we find the alarm card soon. Hey, look at that. We found the alarm card, and it's... that sucks. Goblins again. That ends it. So this is an example. So remember we set these two chest cards aside. Can't do them because we found the alarm card, so we don't get to finish them, which is fine. All right, cool. So that completes that step. Now I'm going to reset the table, set up the encounter like our normal encounter, remembering that we draw one less card, so we should only have 4 in our hand when we start. Yeah. We should only have 4 in our hand, and then we'll draw our normal 2, I think. If that's wrong, let me know in the comments, but that's how we're going to do it. So I will see you guys in just a moment. All right, guys. So I've got this partially set up. So we're going to go ahead and do the henchman. Remember, let's get our book out here. Goblins alone with the best. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. So, you stumble across a group of goblins who seem to have already heard about your previous encounters with other cave dwellers because they immediately flee. You follow them to prevent them from sounding the alarm. Alright, each hero makes a craft roll. It's going to be in our dice screen right here. Craft roll, Nirax is a 10. Hagen is a 8. And purple, Nirax, Hagen red. Okay, so they both fail. So as you run from the goblins, the ground suddenly falls away beneath you. Why was it craft? That's weird. Okay. A deep pitfall was covered with twigs and soil in such a skillful way that you didn't notice it in time. You fall into it and lose 1d6. Oh, Lord. Okay, so make the red Huygens and green Nirax. Oh, please tell me that's a 1. Nope, that's a 6. So Huygen takes 4, which takes him to 31. Nirax takes 6. 32. 1, 2, 3. Which puts him to 26. Jeez, that's horrible. You continue your pursuit of the goblins till you reach a large limestone cave. Suddenly, you hear a loud hissing that makes your blood run cold. The sound was clearly belched by a creature, a very large creature. Shadows part like a curtain, and from the recesses of the cave shuffles a nightmarish monster, a huge, 6-legged Tatsla worm. He would pose a serious challenge for you, even if you were fully rested and in possession of all your equipment, but here and now, with little more than a handful of improvised weapons, this could very well be your last encounter. To add insult to injury, you hear a loud rattle from behind as a large cast iron portcullis falls and then divides the cave into 2 sections. Unfortunately, you're on the side with the Tatsla worm. The goblins have locked you in with the beast. Within this narrow enclosure, you are directly exposed to the monster, with little to no room to dodge its attacks, so you must hurry to find a way to raise the portcullis as quickly as possible. So, this is interesting. So, I didn't actually look at this ahead of time. So, this says, assemble the time scale, environment card locked in. So, oh wait, whoopsie, that's the wrong set of cards. Environment card locked in. Hold on, I'm gonna find it here in a second. Well, let me just tell you what it's going to be. I'll get it set up and then come back. Environment locked in, here action, the portcullis, and Tatsla worm. The alarm card goblins is not used in this combat, and there are no henchmen. We have to defeat Tatsla worm. So, this should be interesting. So, give me a second. We'll be right back with the ridiculousness. Okay, guys, so this is going to be ridiculously tough. So, got the cards out. Let's go over the cards. So the first one is a hero action. At the start of the combat, place heroes times 3. In this case, would be 6 adventure tokens on this card. Every hero, any number of times for 1 endurance and a body control roll can remove 1. And once we remove them all, we successfully open or close the Portcullis. And I guess in this case it would be open, depending on which variant of the combat you're playing. So I guess that for us would be open since it closed behind us. So, second environment card, Locked In. The goblins have trapped you, the gigantic malodorous Tatzelworm, in a narrow cave and blocked the only escape with a Portcullis. Every time you trigger a event, the Tatzelworm lashes out with its tail. Each hero must remove an endurance card of their choice. The Tatzelworm action Appetizer has no effect. Okay, so that effect, it's because it talks about a henchman. Until you raise the Portcullis, each hero may only perform a maximum of 1 attack per turn. Oh, okay. So until we get the Portcullis open, so we still have to kill him, but we can only attack him once, regardless of how many weapons we have. That sucks. Okay. Tatzelworm. The Tatzelworm has 4 defense against the starting player and 2 against the player sitting to the left. You're looking at 4d6, 3d6, 1d6. Man. He gets 2 attacks, and he's got number of heroes times 10, so that's going to be 20. Dang. That's going to be 20 health we got to get rid of. I want to be, positive, but I don't know, guys. This is not looking good for the home team. Man, this is not looking good for the home team. Alright, so we're going to place 6 of those there. With this time scale card. Actually, let me do the time scale card like this, since this is the way we're doing it. And the normal time scale for this is 7. So there's our 7 for that. Holy cow. So I've already drawn the cards, 1 less. So let's take a look at Nerax's card. We have Eliodas. The hero loses 5 fewer from an opponent's successful attack for 2. We got you gain 2 endurance to the end of the turn. Then you have to do a dodge test. If you fail, lose 2. Increase of magic. Increase range. Increase magic. And our Covenant Garb. We need to lose 2. I think this one for sure. And I think I'm actually kind of thinking I'm going to ditch the range and hope I can draw a spell. So these are going to be the 2 endurance cards. I'm going to put these up here by their player. We'll move that over a little bit. We don't need henchmen's because we have this lovely feller. Alright, so that'll be his hand. Over here, we have a pocket knife, a skewer, a rusty knife, a hand mirror, rolling pin, and that. Okay, so I think the skewer has a d6 plus 1 with the same kind of attack as the pocket knife, so I think the pocket knife is out. Those are all fragile. And I think the rolling pin, because the target's armament value is doubled, we'd never be able to do enough damage. Yeah, on him. Man, this is going to hurt. God, this is going to hurt so bad. Okay. Alright. Starting player will roll 1, 2, 3, 4 through 6. Huygen is going to be the starting player. So let's take his token. Put that over here to denote as such. Alright. So he's going to go. Well, I think he is going to pay 1 to play the Carousing Spirits. Excuse me. And then he's going to pay the other one to do the body control check, which is a 14 for him. He gets a 7. That's a success. Because he paid that, so that removes 1 off the Portcullis. Okay, great. That was his go. Erax. Well, I think he is, as much as I would like to pay maybe that, for the 2, I think it's better off to take and try to get these. So he's actually not going to play any of those. He's going to do both body control checks. It's a 10, but I mean, we gotta get it somehow. So first one, that's a critical success. So 1 comes off. I believe he draws a card, and he gets Dreamscape. Dreamshape. Oh, that could be good. That's the single endurance. Reroll an opponent's action die roll. So if we maybe could reroll something nasty, which pretty much everything's nasty except for the last half. Add that to his hand. Second roll is a failure. Okay. And just like that, our heroes have gone. And Tatsla Worm gets 2 attacks. So the purple will be the first attack, the red will be the second attack. Actually, you know what? We shouldn't do that. We should evaluate it. We're going to do red because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of blood spilt. 17. Oh, doesn't apply. 17 is appetizer, which it said in our text does not apply in this fight. Sweet. Okay. Second of his 2 rolls. Uh-oh. That's a 5. Attack the hero with the most health suffers. Oh my god, 3d6. Alright, well, that's going to be Huygen. Golly, that is just not good. That is just not good. Let me get these cards. 3d6. And he's got a dodge of 6. Okay. So we have 1. Okay. That's probably a 6. 6, that's 7. 8. Gets his dodge roll of 6. Oh, is that a critical 6? Yes. So he only takes 4, and he also gets to draw a card. And he's going to draw Chains, which take -1, 1d6 +1. If the damage die shows a 1, 3, or 5, you suffer the damage. Oh, 50% chance to take damage. That's no good. He takes 4. 31, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 27. Okay. Everything refreshes. We get our endurance back. Everybody draws 2 cards. First player switches. Nerex draws Oculus Illusion. Increase the damage by 4 to a magic attack, which would be great if we could get a magic attack. And, oh, same thing we just pulled for, Chains. How ironic. Okay, well, I think Chains is definitely going to be an endurance card. Man, we just need endurance to be able to put stuff down. I think I'm going to take Magical Aptitude. That's +3, but we have a +3. That's a +2 that goes bye-bye. But right now we need endurance very much badly. Okay, so draw 2 more cards here. We got a 0 crossbow. It's every other turn, but it's a D6 +3. And a stick horse, which is a D6 +3 with a -2. Well, the skewer is the same as a stick horse, with a little bit extra damage potentially. And we might as well get rid of that chain too, so we're going to get rid of both of those so that we have one-handed crossbow, rusty knife, hand mirror, and stick horse for Hagen. And Oculus Illusionist, Covenant Garb, Elidis Magic Lore, and Dream Shape for Nerex. So Nerex gets to go. Well, I think Nerex is going to play Dream Shape. Alright, so he pays 2 for that. Which means he's got 2 left. And he's going to use one of those to body control to try to get that portcullis open. Well, actually, you know what? No, he's not. He's going to pay 2 to put out the magical garb. Maybe get some more cards in his hand. Hagen is going to play the crossbow for 0. Oh, you know what? Dang. Doesn't do. Yeah, it wouldn't have done no good. Hagen last turn. Nope, he used everything. Okay. So he's going to do that. Never mind, I thought I had a super great epiphany. And I think he's going to do 4 body controls because he can do, 3 body controls, and then he's going to try to do an attack with this crossbow. So 3 body controls, and an attack. So let's flip this over. But he's using everything for that. So his body control is 14. So first body control, success with a 3. Second body control, and a 19. That's a fail. Third body control, a 19 again. That's also a fail. And then he'll do his attack. Attack of 14. That's a hit. There is no dodge. But this turn he only has a 2 defense against Hagen. So this is going to be a D6 +3 -2. So a D6 +1. Oh my gosh. Okay, so no hit and glanced off, I suppose. My gosh, we're going to die here. Oh, we didn't take this off. I'm sorry. Last turn, that would have been 6. Nothing happens at 6. So we're good. Okay. The worm goes again. First attack. Is that a 1? Oh my god, that's a 1. A random hero suffers 46 and must discard an endurance card. Oh my gosh. Okay. Random hero. We've got our 2 peoples in the bag. And I'm turning it completely away from me. Again. We should have just rolled. That would have been easier. Okay, so he loses 4d6. I mean, he gets a dodge roll. Let's just roll and see if he makes it with a 6. Nope. He's taking all of it. 2, 4, 7. Had to do math for a second. 11. Holy crap. And that was just his first roll. So that's me 16 is what he's down to. Man, this is not cool. This is tough, y'all. I'm going to be honest. This is real tough. Wow. And I did not put in all the orcs. I didn't put in all the goblins for the henchmen and stuff. So, but we started with full health, so it doesn't really matter. And this doesn't matter because it doesn't have henchmen. Okay, that's the first attack. Second attack. 14. That is a hero chosen by the group suffers a d6. Well, that's definitely going to be Nirax because at this point he is hurting. Well, not hurting near as bad as Hagen. He rolled a 9. His dodge is a 7, so he's not going to dodge anything. He takes 3. 25, 24, 23, 26 to 23. Boom, the end of the round. Leaves us with 5. On the event, every time you trigger event, he lashes out. Each hero must remove an endurance card of their choice. Okay, so I just realized that I forgot to remove a random endurance card. Well, the first time I didn't say random, so I'm just going to say it's random. So he's got that's both. One for the first time I didn't do it, and one for the second time. And I'm going to put his discard up there, I guess. Kind of off to the side. I know you can't see it well. And same thing over here. A random card. And let's see, we'll roll till we get, we'll do 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 10, 11 through 15. You get the deal. So the first one, not a bad one to lose. It goes to the discard. So that's not like, I'm going to put his discard. So put his discard up here. Again, I know that's kind of hard to see. It kind of looks weird, but that's what we're going to do it. Whew! Holy crap. Alright. Man. Beginning of the turn, we get all our stuff back to draw 2 cards. So we get wooden club both times for Nirax. Open this. So switches. Yeah, I would say. Now we get rid of one of those for an endurance card. At this point, since we don't have, yeah, we're just gonna get rid of one for Nirax because we don't have any kind of attack that we can do any damage potentially to him if we could even hit him. 1 battered wooden shield, protection 1, large shield, protection 3. Okay. Well, I think we're definitely going to keep this. We need to get rid of 2 things. So let's get rid of the rusty dagger and the hand mirror. 4 endurance cards there. Oh, no, I used them all. No, I missed. Never mind. Okay. So we start with Hagen. Now, the first thing he's going to do, obviously, is attack. Range 12 with his one-handed crossbow, which will exhaust. And he rolled an 18. Lovely. We'll go ahead and turn this to gain 1, which effectively means we do that. And then we've got 4 cards. So I guess we'll spend 3 of these to do body controls. Is that what we want to do? Yeah. 3 of those to do body controls and have 1 left over. Alright, body control check 1, a 7. He has a 14, so that is good. Second body control check. Critical fail. Oh. I think I lose a random card from my hand. I'll have to look that up. And the final check is a fail. Good lord. Holy smokes. Alright, I'll look that up after we do Nirax's turn. Nirax, what's he going to do? Well, he can't do a whole lot, to be perfectly honest with you. He has 4... Yeah, he still just has 4 endurance. Yeah, he's going to pay 3 of that to upgrade his magical and hope that at some point, and he's not going to use the other one so that he can use the dream shape if he needs to. At some point he can do something with that. Alright, let me check on the critical fail. Okay, yep, it's what I thought. So, he's going to lose a random card. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to lose this card, which was the battered shield. It's discarded. Okay. He has 1 thing left, but he can't really... He doesn't have anything he can pay for 1. Alright. That's his turn. Now it's time for Tatzelworm. 2 attacks. First attack, a 4. A random hero suffers this 46 and must discard a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. I rolled a d20. What am I doing? Alright, so Nirax is going to suffer 46. 5, this is not good. 7, you know how many times I rolled. 10. 15. See if he makes his dodge. That sucks because that 20 that I rolled earlier was a 7 too. Alright, so he's going to lose 15. Which is going to put him to down to 8. And he is going to discard an endurance card. So this is a way to get one back, potentially. I guess we could put the aptitude into the discard. Potentially to get it back. And a time counter comes off. That leaves us with 4. Nothing triggers at 4. Fortunately. There will be something at 3. Alright. Everything unexhaust. Boom. And these unexhaust. Nothing exhausted here. First player token's gonna move. And draw 2 cards. We have Applicatus Pomegranate. Applicatus Pomegranate. It's a ranged attack. It's a 2d6 ranged. If the attack hits the henchman to the left and right, okay, so it's a 2d6 ranged. And then the glowing dagger, which is a d6 plus 2. And it can basically give us 1 extra round, potentially, because of its. If the card is in play at time 1, the corresponding time effect doesn't take place, but you must remove this card from the game. So that wouldn't trigger. Interesting. So we need to get rid of Endurance. We're going to get rid of the club. And I guess we'll be playing the... Man, that sucks. I really need arranged. Okay. So we just added this to our hand from Urax. We got our shields. And we drew all sweeping blow. An opponent of your choice loses 4. And exploit weakness. Advantage. If an opponent loses health due to one of your ranged attacks, you may draw a card from a hero deck. Okay. Well, I think we could get rid of the stick horse for endurance because we have a ranged attack that does the same thing and their attacks are the same as far as what we'd have to roll. So, I mean, it makes the most sense, I think. Let's go over here to Dirax, start his turn. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So. Well, we're definitely going to spend 2 of the 4 to Applicatus Pomegranate. Ranged attack for 2d6, he cannot dodge. Ranged attack for 2d6. I guess I should actually start using these in the spirit of the game, right? So the way that the special dice are is they have magic, dodge, range, melee attacks, and then for damage they have, and I'm 100% like consistent with this, but you have, I'm assuming it's supposed to be melee. Well, no, it's not right. Definitely range for that. And you can't go by the color. You have to like look at the sword there. Magical, I guess, for that, and orange for that. I don't know. And then I guess this is supposed to be the monster die. I don't know. It's kind of goofy to me, honestly. They should be consistent with the colors, but we'll just use the regular standard D6. Because it's just easier to see, and yeah, we'll roll the colored dice for the rest. Okay, yeah. So his 2d6 ranged. His range is 11. It's an 8. Okay, awesome. That's a hit. He takes 2d6. This is 1 attack. 5, okay. 10. Nice. 10 minus 4, so he's going to take 6 damage. Woohoo! That's not near enough to kill him, but hey, I'll take it. That gets discarded. Alright, so he's got 2 more. And I'm actually not going to play anything because it would require me to get rid of both of those, and I could at least re-roll possibly one of his attacks maybe and get a 16 through 20. So we're going to stop with Nirax. Go over here. We have 5 endurance over here. Well, we're going to play 3 of those 5. 1, 2, 3. 4 sweeping blow. Oops. I know this looks disjointed, but hopefully you're following along with my pile situation. He takes 4. Just straight up takes 4, which puts him at 10. And then that leaves us 2. I'll use 1. Oh, this will work. I'm going to use 1 to do the ranged attack. 6, that is a hit. D6 plus 3. Oh, wait. You know what? I attacked with it last turn. It's not available. So it's just going to be a D6. Because I'll use his regular attack because it's ranged. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it takes 2 more. And then I'm going to flip that to do a body control check to try to hit that Portcullis again with a 14. That's successful. And final one to do a second body control check. That is successful. Okay, so we have managed to lift the Portcullis. Body control. And this, you can sexually open or close it. So opening it. So we raised it. So now we can do more than one attack if we had multiple things, which at this point, because of our card draws, we don't, but we could. All right, cool. So, I mean, I guess that's something, right? His go. Let's see what he does with his first. 19, that's the henchman. Nothing happens. We're keeping that. Second attack from him is an 11. The hero with the most health suffers 3d6. That's going to be Hagen. It's middle of the road. I mean, I could force it to re-roll with endurance, but it could be worse. I don't know. Let's do it. We haven't used that yet. Let's see if it's gonna do us any good. Come on, another 19. Okay, 6. That's same thing. Here with the most health suffers 3d6. So Huygens taking 3d6 potentially. That's a 6. Oh, that's not good. 12. Oh my gosh. I'm rolling this, guys. Like, I'm rolling this, and it's still rolling. 6, 12, 16. It's going to roll. Nope. It's a 14, so he's taking, gosh, 6, 12. Oh, that kills him. Yeah. That takes him to 0. Yeah. He just got knocked out. Okay, so what does that mean? So everything stays the same. Hand, discard, endurance, all that stays the same for him. Because I don't have a way, right, to heal him. If he had the first player token, that would move to Nirax. Nirax already has it because he's already gone. And so what happens is on Nirax's turn, he can choose to basically spend endurance to do what is called a reanimation roll. And that reanimation roll, you roll a d20 based on the amount of endurance you spend. You have to roll below that. So, like, let's say that I spent 5 endurance. It means that I have to roll less than 5 on a d20. Golly. Man. And if that did work, I'm just looking here. Exhaust endurance cards. Yeah. So, and then however many endurance you spent, that's what I was looking for that roll. Like, let's say I spent 5 endurance, and let's say I was successful, he would come back with 5 health. So you spend a ton of endurance to get him way up to health, or a little bit, and it's a small chance to come back to life. So, everything unexhaust, as I understand it, but they don't get to draw cards if they're disabled. They don't get to do any of that. And this comes off, too, by the way, at the end of the round, which is a 3. Trigger an event. What is the event? Every time you trigger an event, he lashes out. Each hero must remove an endurance card of their choice. So, wait, did it say each hero must remove? Must remove. So it's out. Oh, I think I did that wrong. I discarded them. Maybe. All right. Well, that's removed. We're going to remove that one. Remove. Yeah, it doesn't. We'll say that one's removed. Okay. Man. Over here, Nirax gets to draw his 2 cards, gets a throwing knife, and he gets another throwing knife. Lovely. I mean, it is a d6, I suppose, so he used one of the throwing knives as an endurance card as well. And he'll keep the rest. And then on his turn, he'll go. Actually, you know what? He better use 2 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he has 5 endurance. So the question is, do I try to revive Hagen? Or do I... Well, what else am I going to do, right? I mean, I could put out the dagger, but it's probably not going to do anything. Yeah, we're going to do a reanimation attempt on Hagen with a 5, and it's failed. So, that's where it goes. First is a 17, nothing happens. Second, whoa. Oh my gosh, 19, nothing happens. Holy crap. Time counter comes off. At a 2, we have nothing on the event track. Actually, that's, yeah, nothing on the event track. Everything unexhausted over here for Nirax. He gets to draw 2 more cards. A rusty throwing knife, good grief. An unexpected shot. It's a free action. Play this card after losing Health from an opponent's attack to immediately make a ranged attack against that opponent without further cost. You may ready a ranged combat weapon for this attack. Oh, so you kind of like a double shot after you get hit. Oh, yeah, so after you get hit, you get to attack them back. Okay. Yeah. I'm not getting hit with any range, so I think both of these will go, that we just pulled, will go to the endurance stack. We will start the turn. Obviously, Nirax still has to be first player because I gets disabled. And now instead of a 5, we're going to roll a 7 and miss completely. And that's a worm goes twice. A 10. The hero with the most health suffers 3d6. Well, that's definitely going to be Nirax. It's probably going to be the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He's going to take potentially 6. He made his dodge, so he's only going to take 3, which is going to take him down to 8. I mean, sorry, from 8 to 5. Wow. Okay. And he gets one more, I believe. That's a 12. 3d6 again. This is probably going to end him. Oh my god. 5, 7, 12. Even if he dodges this, that's 2 more than he has. And he did dodge, but not enough. Okay. Well, page 26. That's defeat, folks. Wow. Defeat. Despite your best efforts, you fail to stand your ground against your opponents and are knocked out one after the other. Instead of finishing you off, however, they keep you alive and imprison you once more, and this time you make sure to guard you carefully and prevent any further attempts to get away. You have no other choice but to suffer through several months of hard slave labor in the mines of Count Grattenfels until eventually another party of brave heroes succeeds in penetrating the underground lair and defeating the Count's minions, freeing you in the process. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is Aventuria, Inn of the Black Boar. It's been a good ride. Hey, you know, I love these games, but, you know, the reality is that, you know, you can't win them all, right? I mean, that's part of playing. So, you know, the cool thing about this is, you know, if I wanted to, I could go back and play. And I think one of the cool things, too, is this makes it thematic because now when I go through, I'm thinking, okay, you know, from a narrative perspective, I could come up with a story and I could say, well, this is, you know, a party that was sent and is looking for the people that got captured, or, you know, maybe a brother or something. Right, I could do some creative writing and say maybe the brother of one of the party adventurers didn't ever hear back, and you know, followed behind him, and you know, kind of did the same thing happen to them. And I think that would be really cool. I think that's super thematic. I think that's a really good way. And I mean, like, you know, like it said, it also said in the book, you've seen some of the stuff in each of the levels, right? But you'll see we only experienced orcs and goblins. There's still mercenaries, Neanderthals, lizard men, right? That we didn't even experience their stories. The dungeon cards, there's a lot more dungeon cards for each level that we didn't see since it's the first time playthrough. So, you know, there's definitely replayability here. It's super fun. And, you know, I would highly, if you guys like a light deck builder, which I kind of feel like this is a light deck builder because you you're building your deck, but I mean, you only really get to do it at the end. But you like a rich story with a little bit of that combat involved, then I think this is a great game. Into the Black Boar. Aventuria, the adventure card game, is great, period. I think Into the Black Boar did it right. The stories were always cool doing the skill test in between, but I really like the dungeon cards, especially when you get those decision cards where you say, do I want to make that? Do I want to try that? Or do I want to kind of push it to the side and wait and risk not potentially being able to do it because maybe I could get some good stuff, but I just don't have the tools. I don't have the light. I don't, and I like that it's very challenging, right? And I did this on normal. I didn't do it on easy as far as the events time tokens. But having those despair cards and having to get rid of 10 of your good cards is brutal, because like there's so many cards that would be so much better than pulling pony sticks and bats and chains and battered shields and such. So I think definitely you guys hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Wish I could have. I mean, I thought pretty good. I did not think I was going to make it through that third one, but I feel like, I mean, we did get 12 hits on him. But man, this particular guy, that's just 3d6 and 4d6 at a time without a way to mitigate that is just brutal. Especially when you're having to spend your endurance to undo the Portcullis, which means you don't have a whole lot of endurance to play cards. Of course, by the same token, I didn't get a lot of good draws, really, to fill out my hand, even when I did draw, because you'll notice I never have still not got a spell attack other than my normal attack, which only does 3. And it took me a while to get this one-handed crossbow, which was great. I mean, he did most of the damage to it, but he did not get it early enough on, and it can only fire every other round to make a difference. And that defense there is just, whew, it's rough. But at any rate, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I am the Board Game Roamer. Thank you for coming to my table. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see what we're going to do next. I haven't decided. There are a few things that have come out that I would like to try, and I don't know where I'm going to start. You've seen the just recently put up the Western Legends update. They just released that Kickstarter. I've got Reavers of Midgard, a couple others that have come out. Plus, I do want to get back to Wonder and continue that campaign at some point. It's just, man, so many options. It's hard to decide what to do, right? But I digress. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and the series. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of any subscriptions. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. I'd love for you to hang out at the table with us and enjoy the content. And yeah, thank you guys. And I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.